Now, if a vector is taken from the charge q2 to q1, so here we are taking position vector of charge q1 with respect to q2. So it is denoted by the symbol vector r12. And this vector r12 according to measure of triangle, as I have explained earlier, can be written as the vector r1 minus vector r2. And unit vector of this vector r12 is given by r12 caret equal to vector r12 upon modulus of vector r12. So this unit vector can also be rewritten as vector r1 minus vector r2 upon simply r. But what is simply r? So where again magnitude of vector r12 equal to modulus of vector r1 minus vector r2 is also be written as simply r12, can also be written as simply r, is the distance between two charges q1 and q2. So again the force acting on q1 by q2, force acting on q1 by q2 is given by vector f12 equal to k q1 q2 upon square of the distance between them r12 square into unit vector r12. If you substitute the formula of unit vector r12 as like this one, r12 square is modulus of r1 minus r2, then this equation can also be rewritten as k q1 q2 upon cube of the modulus of r1 minus r2 into small bracket r1 minus r2. Or if you replace this r1 2 square by symbol r, then this equation can also be rewritten as vector f12 is equal to k q1 q2 upon r square into unit vector r1. But you can see from diagram, this unit vector r21 was from the charge q1 to q2, or you can consider it is right side, while this unit vector r12 is in the direction from q2 to q1, that is on the left side. That means these two unit vectors are opposite. So because of which we can also write this vector r12 unit vector is equal to opposite to that of the unit vector r21. So replacing it, we can write this is minus k q1 q2 upon r square into unit vector r21. But again, looking from the equation 1, this one is replaced by f21. So this implies vector f12 is equal to minus of vector f21. So this is about the Coulomb's law in vector form. But now there are certain remarkable points. Which are those? So let us try to understand. let us see the remarkable points. So we have seen there are the two equations of vector F12 and F21. These two equations are valid for any sign of charges Q1 and Q2. It means what? Q1 and Q2 both are positive charge, or Q1 and Q2 both are negative charge. Then their product Q1 Q2 will be greater than 0. And as it is greater than 0, as well as these two charges are positive or both are negative, then in between them there will be a repulsive force. And because of repulsive force, you can see that F21 and F12 are going away from each other. So it means what? If Q1 and Q2 are of same sign that means either both are positive or both are negative, then Q1 Q2 will be greater than 0, and as Q1 Q2 will be greater than 0, F12 is along the direction of unit vector R12, or F21 is along the direction of another unit vector R21. So this implies F12 and F21 are repulsive forces, and as they are repulsive forces, they are going away from each other, as well as the product Q1 Q2 is greater than 0, and this implies the Q1 and Q2 are of like charges. But if Q1 and Q2 are of opposite signs, what does it mean? If Q1 is positive, Q2 is negative, or if Q1 is negative and Q2 is positive, then direction of this force F21 will be reversed. And as it will be reversed, you can say at the same time the force F21 will also be reversed, F12 will be reversed, and as they are reversed, they are coming towards each other. And as they are coming towards each other, you can say that. So this kind of the forces are attractive forces. So we remember here the Q1 and Q2 are of the opposite signs. Then Q1 Q2 product will be negative. As negative, the force F21 will be along the minus unit vector R21 direction. And as it is along the minus unit vector R21 direction, it means what? This kind of the forces are also be reversed, and because of which, so this kind of the charges are always be unlike charges. So we remember, in short, whenever the force acting between two charges are in the same direction of the unit vector, then there will be a force of repulsion. But if the force acting between the two charges is in opposite direction to that of unit vector, then the forces always be a attractive forces. So this point you have to remember. Then second point, as we are seeing, F12 is minus of F12. It means what? Here the newtons third law is obeyed by this Coulombian forces between the charges. The third point, these kind of the forces are known as the central forces. The forces F12 or F21 are known as central forces. Why? Because these forces are always acts along the line joining the centers of the two charges, and because of which this Coulombian force or attractive forces are also being known as central forces. The fourth one is these Coulombian forces are always via long range forces. What is the meaning of long range force? If the distance between the two charges is greater than 10 raised to minus 15 meter to any value, then always there will be a Coulombian attractive or repulsive forces is there. Then in the limitation of this Coulomb's law, number one, this kind of the charges Q1 and Q2 must be point charges. What is the meaning of point charges? Their sizes must be greater than that of the separation distance between the charges. Second point, these charges should be stationary point charges. Stationary, that means the charges must be at rest position. And then third point, the distance between these two charges should not be less than distance between them should not be less than nuclear sizes, that is 10 raised to minus 15 meter. Because as you know, if the distance is less than 10 raised to minus 15 meter, then between the charges, which kind of the force comes into play? It's a strong nuclear force. So these are the 3 points of limitation of these Coulomb's law. Now let us try to understand how the unit vectors can be taken. As you know, this is 3-dimensional coordinate system. If I take the charges like Q1 and Q2 on the x-axis, both are positive charges separated by this much distance, then the force acting on charge Q2 by Q1 will be F21. Force acting on charge Q1 by Q2 will be F12. You can see these two forces are where? F21 is along the positive x-axis. So this vector F21 is given by K Q1 Q2 upon, if I say the distance is simply R, then unit vector is I. But at the same time, this F12 can be written as K Q1 Q2 upon R square into minus of unit vector I. So like this one you can see that. So vector F21 is along the direction of unit vector I. That's why it is positive. While vector F12 is in the direction opposite to that of x-axis, means negative x-axis. That means there is a negative unit vector I. So you can see that whenever the charges are separated by a certain distance and one is positive, another is negative. That means both the charges are either positive charges or both should be the negative charges. And here you can see that the unit vector is either positive I or negative I. If the same two charges are in xy plane, like this one, then what will be the unit vector? That unit vector not simply be in the form of I, not simply be in the form of minus I, but it will be in the form of I and G. If the two charges are taken on the y-axis, then forces like F21 and F12 will be in the form of unit vector J instead of I. Now how the unit vector is taken, as you know. If I say this is a vector A, then unit vector of any vector is equal to given vector upon its magnitude. So in this way you know the unit vector. But now if I say these are the charges Q1 and Q2, this is position vector R1, this is position vector R2, but this is the position vector with respect to origin. Now you can see this is position vector of which one? It is a position vector of charge Q1 with respect to origin, so it is denoted by simply R1. This is position vector R2 of charge Q2, so it is denoted by R2. But now if I join this Q1 from Q2, so you can say it is a position vector of charge Q2, but with respect to what? With respect to charge Q1. So this can be denoted by R21. Similarly, again, if the charge is Q1 and Q2 is there, and now if I join this Q2 with Q1, so you can say, so this is a position vector of charge Q1 with respect to Q2. So it can be denoted by the symbol vector R12. Is that clear? So here what will be the formula of R21 according to method of triangle? This is first vector, this is second vector. So you can write according to this diagram, vector R1 plus vector R21 is equal to vector R2. So you can write this vector R21 is equal to R2 minus R1. Just again you see in this diagram, this vector R12 is position vector of Q1 with respect to Q2. But here the first vector is R2, from its head there is another vector R12. So according to method of triangle, the vector R2 plus R12 is equal to the vector R1. So you can write this vector R12 is equal to R1 minus R2. And in this way, after determining the vector along the line joining the two charges, either from Q1 to Q2 or from Q2 to Q1 as vector R21 or vector R12, along this direction always the force is there. So along the line joining the charges, the force is there, and that force may be F21 or F12. Both charges Q1 and Q2 are positive or negative, these forces are repulsive. Both charges are negative, again the forces is repulsive. But one is positive, another is negative, then it is attractive force. As it is attractive force, the one charge comes towards the another charge. As it is repulsive force, both the charges would like to try to go away from each other. So we remember how this vector R1, R21 and vector R12 can be taken. So we remember these two diagrams which will be useful for determining the vector joining the charges Q1 and Q2. Okay.